Broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight for the Highest Awards Overview. My name is LeAnn, and I am the person who oversees all of the highest awards for our council. So tonight I'm going to go through an overview, as I said, of the highest awards, and I want to make sure to point out that there is now a new deadline for submitting your final report. Typically, the deadline is September 30th of every year. That is the end of the membership year. But this year, there is an extension until December 31st of 2020. So for those of you who are trying to work on award in these difficult circumstances, hopefully this will provide you a little bit of stress relief that you're going to have some extra time. I would ask you to plan to submit your report no later than December 1st of 2020. That would give you a buffer in case something is missing or more work needs to be completed before you earn the award. This is especially important for those in 5th, 8th, and 12th grade, as once December 31st passes, you would no longer be eligible to work on your award at that level because you will have officially at that point then bridged from the award standpoint to the next level. I would also like you to keep in mind that GS NYPENN is typically, we close from December 25th, Christmas, until January 1st. So that is another reason to really consider trying to get this in no later than December 1st. So tonight's broadcast is about an awards overview, and hopefully many of you are familiar with this chart. It is in every program guide that we send out as a way to try to help familiarize people with a broad overview of what is expected for each award level. And that's what I'm going to go through tonight. So I'm just going to dive right in, and we're going to go right to the Bronze Award. So who can earn a Bronze Award? A girl must be in 4th or 5th grade and a registered Girl Scout Junior. There is a prerequisite before you can start a Bronze Award project of completing a junior journey. You can complete any of the junior journeys, it doesn't matter, but it must include the Take Action project in order for it to be considered complete. Once you do that, then you can take action on a community issue the troop or the group cares about. At the Bronze Award level, it's 20 hours of effort per girl. We do not require a council level project approval. We let that happen at the troop leader level. We will require you to submit a Bronze Award final report. The deadline for final reports, as I mentioned, typically we ask for you to submit them by September 1st of the year that the girls are entering 6th grade. This year we will have that extension to December 31st, but as I said, try to just keep in mind December 1st. And the resources for this would be the junior journeys, whichever one you choose, the Bronze Award Girl Guidelines, and I'm sorry to say, but there are no adult guidelines, and I didn't have time to reflect that in my chart before I started this tonight, so I will make sure to fix that. So what I want to do is I just want to take you right to the website, and I want to show you how to find the Bronze Award page, and then we're just going to go through what's on there. So you can come up here to the search bar, and you can type in bronze. And when you hit enter, you will get Bronze Awards. You can just click right on that. And it will bring you right to our Bronze Award page. So as I was talking, I mentioned that there are the Bronze Award guidelines. So you will click here, and these guidelines are the ones that are from GSUSA. These are the guidelines that all girls in every council across the country must adhere to in order to earn the Bronze Award. So I'm just going to scroll down to this first page, and you can see that these are the steps that are required. Step one, you complete that prerequisite of a junior journey. Once you've done that, then you are ready to start building your Girl Scout Junior team, exploring your community, choosing your Bronze Award project, making a plan, putting it in motion, and spreading the word. I am going to let you go through this document on your own. Leaders, I would recommend that you read through this so that when you present it to the girls, you'll feel comfortable and confident in going over it with them. And as I said, that each girl at the Bronze Award level, they must do 20 hours. So leaders, I would keep a spreadsheet of the name of the girls, and then maybe on the other axis, you could have the different troop meetings that you've had, because you know, at the Bronze Award level, there is no limit to how many girls can be on the team. So you might have a small troop of maybe 6 or 8. You could have a large troop of 20 girls. But you need to keep track of all of the girls and the hours they're putting in. So a spreadsheet's a really good way to do that. And that way, if a girl doesn't show up to a meeting, you don't have to wonder, you know, do they have those hours, not have those hours? I would just really recommend keeping it in some kind of organized fashion that works for you. Last year, we came up with this document at all levels of GS NYPENN requirements for the different award levels. And the idea behind that was to try to help leaders give you a way to think about the hours and how to allocate them, and just to provide some guidance. So up here at the top, we basically just reiterate what's in that GSUSA guidelines that I just showed you. And down here, we talk about the 20 hours. What does not count toward my 20 hours? So completing the journey, as I said, it's a prerequisite, so it makes sense that would not count. Anytime you spend on product fall sales or the cookie sales, that time does not count. And time working on the project by other people. So let's talk about hours that you can count. Hours you can count are research and planning, when you're figuring out what you will do, when I just went over those steps with you in the guidelines. All of that time can be counted toward trying to figure out what your project will be and how you are going to implement it, and then actually doing the work of the project. So keep that in mind, that those hours can count, but also keep in mind it would be a really good idea to try to limit the hours before you start working on the project to no more, I would say, than about 8 hours, because you want to give girls a good amount of time to actually do the work of the project. I would not want to see that it took you 15 hours to figure out what your project was and 2 hours to do the work to implement the project. We really want to make sure that the majority of the hours are going toward the implementation and promotion of the project. The other thing I wanted to point out here is there's a word you're going to start seeing a lot when you go into highest awards. It says identify the root cause of the issue. The root cause, the actual definition of that is the fundamental reason for an occurrence of a problem. And in layman's terms, you could think of it, it's the reason your issue exists. So, you know, at the 4th and 5th grade level, a lot of times when you start talking to girls about maybe what they want to do, you might get something like, well, I want to help animals at this shelter. I just love them so much. That's what I want to do. So to help girls kind of drill down to find something that might be closer to a root cause of an issue would be to start asking them why questions. So if a girl said that I want to help animals at the shelter, you could say, well, why do you want to help them? And they might say, well, I'm really sad because they don't have a home. And then you might be able to say, well, why do you think some animals get adopted and some don't? And then girls might say, well, oh, some are just so cute, or some are just really funny. You can start asking these questions. So in this particular example that I'm giving, then you might be able to say to girls, well, how can we help make animals more adoptable? And that might be a good time then to go to a shelter and say, we really want to help out. We want to get animals adopted because we want to see them all in loving homes. And what can we do to help make that happen? And that then the shelter might say, well, we notice that if animals have spent more time with people, they're more likely to be friendly. So maybe the girls could do socialization. Maybe the shelter says, we notice we get more business when our shelter is really nice and clean and smells good. So maybe they would ask the girls to help maybe paint a wall or something. I don't know. And then another thing might be when they say, well, we've seen that if we post pictures of our animals, people have more of a tendency to come in. So maybe they ask girls to maybe make posters of why people would want to come in and adopt, and tell them about what they're doing to make the animals more readily to be adopted, and they post them around the community, or they work with the parents in the group and maybe they post something on the parents' social media. So those are the kind of things to think about when you're trying to get your group ready for their Bronze Award and thinking about trying to get beyond doing something because they love it, but figuring out a root cause of how they can help make a difference. So that resource is on the website for you. And then once you've done your project and you are ready to submit your final report, you can scroll down here to the Bronze Award final report. Click on that, and here are the different questions you're going to be asked. There is a browse button here to upload your log of hours. That's why I suggest you really keep it in a spreadsheet. And then and I would look at this before you get ready to submit your final report, just so you know what's being asked of you. And if you have 20 girls and you have to list each applicant's name, address, etc., it might be really smart to do this on a Word document, something that you could just copy and paste right into the box. So that's really an overview of the Bronze Award. And now we are going to actually move on to the Silver Award. So who can complete a Silver Award? So girls must be in 6th, 7th, or 8th grade and a registered Girl Scout cadet. Just like at the Bronze Award level, the Silver Award requires a prerequisite of having completed a cadet journey, and that includes the Take Action Project. We also require at the Silver Award level that the Silver Award training is completed before you can submit a proposal. Then, once that's all done, girls work as an individual or in a small group of 4 or less to work on a Take Action project in the community that they care about. Each girl must contribute 50 hours to the project. At the Silver Award level, we do require council approval. Submissions that you will have to council at the Silver Award level. You're going to have the Silver Award quiz, and that is so that we know you have completed the training. You will be submitting a Silver Award proposal and a final report. Note here that proposals must be submitted by June 30th at the end of 8th grade. That would give you the summer to get your 50-hour project complete. And you cannot, once you submit your proposal, you cannot work on it until you have approval. So we really don't want you to submit a proposal any later than that, because you need to get it through the approval, and then you need to have the 50 hours, and you need to have your final report submitted typically by September 1st of that same summer as you would be entering 9th grade. Of course, this year you will have till December 31st. The resources would be Cadet Journey, and you can do any cadet journey. The Silver Award Girl Guidelines, the Adult Guide, which again, I think that is also not something that's there. So I will update my chart. We do have the GS NYPENN requirements and the council training. So again, I'm going to take you to the website because I want to show you where you can find all of these things. So here we are on the Bronze Award page. I showed you how you got there using the search bar, and you could do the same thing for the Silver page. But I'm also going to show you that over here on the side, if you notice, right underneath Bronze Award, it says Silver Award. I'm going to click on the Silver Award, and that's going to take me right to our Silver Award page. As you scroll down, here you are going to find the Silver Award training video. This video really goes over everything you need to know about the requirements of the Silver Award. Once you've watched it, then you're going to click on this mandatory quiz. As I said, once you submit this, it comes into us. We look it over and review it to make sure that you understand what is required to earn a Silver Award. Once we see that you have that understanding, we send you an email and say you're good to go and you're permitted to then submit a proposal. Sometimes girls do submit a proposal before they've done the training, and we typically just email you and say, hey, can you go back in and do the training and submit the quiz so that you're all set with the required training. Again, here are the guidelines for any girl in any council that wants to earn a Silver Award. I am not going to go through this at all because when you go in to do the Silver Award training, you will see that we go into depth over the guidelines about the Silver Award, but this is where you find them. Again, we have the Silver Award GS NYPENN requirements. And it's very similar. We've got the GSUSA, the Silver Award guidelines sort of just spelled out again here. And down here, we do talk to you about your hours and how we let you allocate them, what doesn't count toward your hours. And again, here you see we're talking about the root cause. So once again, make sure to ask why questions to drill down to get the root cause of a problem. Now, again, this is all in the training. I'm not going to spend a lot of time going over it. You can see all of this in this training video. So what I would like to remind you of is once you've met the prerequisite and you've researched and planned out your project, then you've done your training and got the email saying you could submit a proposal, then you can submit a proposal. And you find the proposal form right down here on our Silver Award page. So here it is. Once you've gotten the approval and you go through and you put your plan in motion and complete the project, then you would come in here and submit your final report. Again, this year, the final reports will be due on December 31st of 2020. Let's go now and look at the Gold Award. So the Gold Award, girls must be in 9th, 10th, 11th, or 12th grade and a registered Girl Scout senior or ambassador. The prerequisites for a Gold Award is you have to complete 2 journeys at your level, or if you have earned the Silver Award, you must complete 1 journey at your level. You also need to complete the Gold Award training. Once your project is approved, an individual girl leads her team to achieve the goals of her project to take action on a community issue she cares about. Each girl has to complete 80 hours. Prior to approval, a girl would present their proposal to the Gold Award Committee for approval. Girls submit a final report for review by the Gold Award Committee, who determines if the award has been earned. So the submissions to council would be a Gold Award quiz, a Gold Award proposal, and a final report. And I am going to show you on the website submissions for proposal deadlines for the presentation schedule. I also would like to point out here that girls must submit a proposal by March 1st of their 12th grade year. If girls wait any longer after that, the next deadline is in May. You don't present to the committee until the end of May, and you would not get approval until maybe mid-June. And there's not enough time for girls to do a decent caliber Gold Award project. So we really want girls that are in 12th grade to submit their proposal by March 1st of their 12th grade year. Again, typical deadline for final reports, September 1st. This year will be December 31st. And the resources available would be senior and or ambassador journeys, the Gold Award Girl Guidelines. Actually, those are the ones that aren't available any longer. The new website that the girls use for their Gold Award, everything is in there for them, and they have lots of resources at their hand. We do still have a Gold Adult Guide, the GS NYPENN requirements, and the council training. So again, let's go take a peek at those on the website. So I'm just going to go right here to Gold Award. I'm going to pull up the page, and as we scroll down, we see here is the training video for the required Gold Award training with the mandatory quiz right below it. Again, you submit the quiz, we review it, and then we let you know that you have sufficient knowledge of what's required for the Gold Award, and then we allow you to submit your proposal. Don't forget, you also need to have met the prerequisite of either a Silver Award plus one journey or 2 journeys at the level that you're at. And that can be a combination of any journeys. So if you are a senior Girl Scout and you want to do 2 senior journeys, that's fine. If you do 1 senior journey and then 1 ambassador journey, that's fine too. Any combination of 2 journeys, if you have not earned your Silver Award, is acceptable. Again, here's the GS NYPENN requirements for the Gold Award. I'll let you click on that and you'll see how we allow you to allocate your hours. And again, this stuff is all in the Gold Award training. This is a really kind of fun video from GS USA with some of the National Gold Award Girl Scouts. I'll let you watch that on your own as well. I just want to point out to you down here, we've got the Gold Award proposal link and the final summary link that go to the same page. So you click on here to access that. We've got some helpful forms now down here for pursuing a Gold Award. Again, this is all in the training, but I just want to point out that they're here. The submission deadlines and presentation dates. So as I just mentioned, we have a first of the month deadline for having a presentation at the end of the month. The Gold Award Committee only meets every other month. So, keep this in mind as you are thinking about submitting your Gold Award proposals. And that's really all I'm going to go over for an overview of the awards. As I said, you can look at the training videos in silver and gold to get more in-depth information. I would like to point out, for those of you who are not aware, that there is a bronze and silver award celebration stipend for service units. So we will give a $50 stipend toward a celebration for the highest award earners in a service unit. This is not for troop level. It must be at the service unit level. And I'm just going to show you quickly on the website where you're going to find it, because it is under forms, but I kind of feel like it's a little bit hidden. So if you click on forms, and scroll down, you see awards. You click on that, and it's way down here at the bottom. It's called Request for Silver and Bronze Award Ceremony Stipend. So we would love to see more people taking advantage of that. So if you have, highest award earners this year in your troop, please work with your service unit in getting this stipend so that you can have a celebration with all the awards earners in the service unit. And that's it for the highest awards overview. I'm going to be back next Wednesday at 7 o'clock to answer all your awards questions. If you could send them to me ahead of time, that would be really helpful to try to be prepared. If you have other topic ideas for future awards segments as well, please let me know. I would love to know how I can help you. I do what I think is helpful, but you may have some different ideas. So please share them with me, and we'll work together to get your girls through this highest awards processes. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.